wonder where JoJo is. Derek, have you seen JoJo?
Good morning, gamers. What was I gonna say next? Oh yeah, hello. Let's talk about my favorite job in the game, the Ninja. Ninja is currently in a great spot as a 5.2, and as a couple hours ago when the live letter released, they're looking like they're gonna be in a great spot again for 5.3 because, well, they're not getting nerfed. But right now, ninjas have a great representation amongst melee. In speed groups, we have over a 34% representation amongst the top 50, and parsing in the 99th percentile, we are currently in the 4th best DPS position. But not only is Ninja doing well numerically, they also feel mechanically great to play. The opener is somewhat involved, the cooldown phases provide a nice break of relief while still offering some pre-planning for your next burst window, and the flexibility of Ninja, while somewhat static, actually is better than most people may think. So let's start with the abilities that I'd like to see change. The first thing I would do is re-nerf the splashy mode in Yulmore and the Near Automata. The first ability that I would change is Hide. For those who don't know, Hide is an ability that ninjas use outside of combat to reset their Mudra stacks back to 2 before pulling the boss. Now that probably wasn't the initial design decision of the Hide ability for Ninja, but I'm pretty sure most people who play Ninja can agree that it's kind of useless. So my opinion is this. Hide should be on a 1 to 3 minute cooldown that allows ninjas to execute an enhanced assassinate that has a higher potency and doesn't require the use of Dream Within a Dream. Or, Hide should be a 1 to 3 minute cooldown that turns into an enhanced assassinate that is only usable while under the effect of Hide and has a larger potency than Assassinate. Now all my WoW friends are going, wait a minute, that's Vanish. And you're right. But adding either of these options would make ninjas have to decide what burst they want to use in different trick attack windows when Hide is off a cooldown, as well as making them think about which mechanics are happening at the time of their Hide coming off a cooldown so that they don't get animation locked by Assassinate. The overall potency of the Assassinate or the enhanced Assassinate could be whatever they want to tune it to, but in my personal opinion, it would need to deal more damage than the baseline of Assassinate. The next ability that I would change is Gust Slash. What? Don't worry, it's not a huge change. It's not a huge change. Don't flame me. It's really simple. Just a little bit. I would make Gust Slash a flank positional. Why would I do that? Why would I make my life so miserable? Oh my god, that's another True North that I'm gonna have to use. Oh my goodness, there's another ability I'm gonna have to worry about hitting a positional for. Yeah, currently in the downtime between burst windows, most of Ninja's workload is resource management and preparation for the next trick attack window. And adding a positional to Gust Slash or your 2 ability in your 1-2-3 combo, or my 3-2-1 combo, would not only add a bit more complexity to your 1-2-3 rotation, but it would force you to make split-second decisions of whether or not you want to hit that positional or whether popping a True North is worth it. Speaking of positionals, let's talk about Aeolian Edge and Armor Crush. I absolutely love the flexibility that ninjas have with their Huton gauge management, and being able to decide within reason when they want to Armor Crush to add more time to their Huton gauge. And I also love that we have a rear positional and a flank positional to bounce back and forth between. But after playing Samurai, hitting positionals just doesn't feel as rewarding if I'm being honest. Samurai has a combo bonus that increases their resource gauge by an extra 5 kin ki for landing their finisher's positionals. This slightly raises the skill ceiling, making players decide whether or not they want to hit that positional to get the extra resources. So here's how Ninja plays into all of this. The spender for Samurai is 25 kin ki. And the spender for Ninja is 50 nin ki. So if Aeolian Edge and Armor Crush gave an extra 10 nin ki for hitting their positionals, ninjas would also have that skill ceiling raised and make the class more involved and fun, in my opinion. And it would allow for more Bava And it would allow for more Bava weaves and decision making down the line. But regardless of the balancing, adding the slight complexity of not only dropping potency to hit a positional, but also dropping resources to hit a positional would make the class feel much more rewarding. My next change would be to Shade Shift. Shade Shift is a super powerful mitigation that should be used as much as possible. But what if, I'm looking at Samurai again, but what if we reset a stack of True North by having our Shade Shift pop? Or reset a second wind? Or reset a Bloodbath? Or even further, you reset a Mudra? Or you reset this new enhanced Hide? Or even more dramatic, you take a chunk of time away from your recast timer on Tyci Jin. I'd honestly lean more towards the True North stack, or maybe like resetting Second Wind or Bloodbath or something. But again, from the outlook of my last suggestion with positionals, make this ability feel more rewarding from the perspective of the ninja. Incentivize players to use Shadeshift by not only using it to mitigate damage and help their healers, but also by giving them some sort of gain. But let's be real, I'd be eating every mechanic to pop as many. One of the last changes, but extremely important changes that I would like to see to Ninja is to make more or all of our ninjutsus physical damage. I'd be okay with all. Yes, I understand that Raiton being physical makes absolutely no sense. And Hyosho Hyosho is supposed to be an ice ability. But this isn't to help ninjas. This is to help red mages. If a red mage is aligning their embolden properly with trick attack and other burst windows, they should catch 1 Hyosho, 2 Raiton, and if the ninja is in a Tyci Jin, 1 Fuma Shuriken, 1 Raiton, and 1 Suiton. Out of all of those ninjutsus, 1 is physical. And it's not even the one that we normally have. The only one that currently benefits from Embolden is Fuma Shuriken. And we only have that every 1.5 minutes. So even if they made Hyosho a physical ability, our biggest hitting ability, they would already be increasing the effect of Embolden by a good bit. But I think making Hyosho and Raiton both physical abilities would be absolutely huge. And it would possibly help bring Red Mage closer to competing with Summoner and Black Mage without having to nerf either of those classes. Now I know Tri-Disaster will be nerfed at 5.3, and while we don't know the numerics of that, I honestly am not a big fan of nerfing classes when you can just bring other classes up. And while we're talking about changes, can we please just get Sprint and Potions on their own global cooldown? Please? Flipping them just feels terrible. At the end of the day, if Ninja stays the same from 5.2 to 5.3 to 5.4 to 6.0, I don't know how many patch cycles Final Fantasy honestly does. I would honestly have zero problem. Because like I said, Ninja's in a really good spot right now. I love the way that Ninja feels and plays mechanically. I love the rhythm of Ninja. And I love not crit direct hitting my Hyosho. And I love min-maxing Ninja in its current state. Obviously, there could be problems balancing some of the changes I suggested. And who knows, maybe Square Enix already tried some of these in-house. But these are just some changes that I would personally like to see to the class that I think would add a bit more complexity to it or help other classes shine through their raid buffs. Not that we would know exactly how much damage other classes are doing or anything, because yeah. So if you play Ninja, let me know what you think about the changes I suggested, or let me know what changes you would like to see. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really do have a good time making all of these videos, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend it with me and JoJo. Speaking of, he's asleep, people. If there's anything you would like to see me cover in future videos, or if you ever just need someone to talk to, feel free to message me on Twitter or Discord, and I would be glad to talk with you about anything. I will be moving after the first week of August, so I may miss a video or be unable to stream or something, so I'm sorry about that in advance. JoJo's also starting to get a bit bigger, and I don't want to make him uncomfortable by holding him all the time, but I'll try to at least let him tell you hello and goodbye as I always do. So I'll see you next time, and have a great day. Goodbye.